What's up, everybody? It's your boy Jake. How's everything in the YTPC? Coming at you with a long-awaited review. Something that kind of interested me when it first came out. I think it was a little less popular option than another that was released along with it. That is John Cotton's Double Pressed Kentucky. I actually shot a tin opening of this a while ago, and it went to pot. It just didn't work out. Haven't really had time to do much with it since. So, this was released a few months ago. This tin, I dated it for June. I think it was released, I don't know, maybe a month prior. There was also a Double Pressed Virginia. That one seems to be a little more popular. I haven't seen a whole lot around for this. So, I've had a few bowls of it so far. I'm going to have another one and share some thoughts. So, pretty standard tin. I don't think I have anything in here right now. The old paper. Wait just a second. I'll show you what it looks like. It's basically a crumble cake. I've got it jarred up now. Let's get a piece out for you to take a look at. That crumble cake, kind of a brownie look. Sorry, my kitchen light gives kind of a weird wash when I film here, but it's the best I can do. So there are lots of deep colors in this. A lot of deep, dark, earthy brown tones. Some lighter colors, probably from your Virginias. As far as I know, it's just Kentucky and Virginia pressed together. I'm not sure for how long. It's made by Sutliff. I think I got this tin for about $11. So let's load a pipe and see what we think. Let me back this up a minute. My days off, I'm usually a little scrambled, so I'm kind of getting my stuff out of sequence here. First, a little note on the tin, or the tin note, jar note. I did a review a while back of Vintage Syrian, and I compared that to the flavor layers of a burger. This one is straight up brisket. If you are familiar with food terms at all, there's a flavor known as umami, which is the flavor of meat, and this has it in spades. Some people say that it smells of brisket. Honestly, it smells a lot like, I wouldn't say it smells like actual barbecue, but it reminds me a lot of the smell of residual barbecue. It reminds me of when I used to have a smoker, and I would open it up and I'd smell the residual smoke clinging to the fat on the inside of it, and then I'd also have a fresh stack of wood nearby as well. It reminds me of hickory and oak, and a lot of strong notes in there. So let's fire it up. I'm still getting used to how crumble cake behaves. This is my second. My first was Fusiliers Ration, which is, of course, a reiteration of Bengal Slices, which I haven't had yet. But this behaves a little better, dries out a little quicker because it's without a topping. I'm pretty sure this is just straight up tobacco. I think if it were cased with anything, it'd be pretty apparent. So right off the bat, you get all of those earthy flavors of the Kentucky. That's really about all there is here. Occasionally the Virginia will come across to kind of brighten it up a little bit, you know, something a little sweeter, a little lighter, just kind of lifts the flavor a little. My first couple of bowls, I didn't know what to think of it. I don't think I let them dry enough. But my last few, I smoked in my Meerschaum, and that's been one of my better smokes so far. I haven't had it in a briar yet. But in my Meerschaum, I think the dryness level and the way I packed it, it smoked a lot like a cigar. Very consistent. It took me a while to get a grip of exactly what I was tasting, because I've been smoking a lot of Kentucky blends lately, but they're pretty much Kentucky, Virginia, Perique blends, most of them being fairly balanced between the three, Warhorse, Ready Rubbed, Missouri Meerschaum's Country Gentleman. I recently finally finished that tin of GLP's Cumberland. That was a pretty good blend. So I was used to that Perique giving a little spice in the background, a little more Virginia, a little more sweetness, just a little more rounded out. This is definitely very earthy, lots of low bass tones, I guess you could say. So after several bowls and getting about halfway through this one, some points I can offer is, while it's not an overly complex blend, it burns fairly evenly, fairly cool. It's not harsh in the least, as long as your palate's welcoming to that bold, smoky flavor, not different from kind of a lat heavy blend. Definitely has that strong smoke and earth note, as a lat bomb might, but of course in the burley family of tobacco. But even at a fairly quick cadence, I noticed that it does not get harsh. No burn, no bite. Needs a fair amount of relights though. Just on that relight, I got a little pop of Virginia, and then within another puff it was right back down to the leather feel and notes from the Kentucky. Well, I think that's about all I got to say about that. Hope you liked it. Hope you learned a little something. Just a few pointers on my end of some impressions of John Cotton's double pressed Kentucky. So, thanks all for watching. Till next time, y'all take care of yourselves and y'all stay hungry. Bye!